Okay, problem 2, section 1.7, another word problem. This is dealing with kind of an interest problem, and you're dealing with principal, rate, and interest. Actually, your formula is principal times rate times time equals interest, but everything right here is dealing with a year, so your time won't come into the play quite as much. When you've got one of these type problems, you want to read it and decipher your information, and that's the reason I kind of use this chart to help me. So Betsy, a recent retiree, requires $5,000 per year in extra income. That's going to be the total interest she wants. She has $60,000 to invest and can invest it two different ways, the bonds at 17% and the certificate of deposit at 7%. So let one of them be X, and I chose the bonds, and then the CDs would be 60,000 minus X. Notice those two combine to give you the 60,000 she's investing. The bonds, the rate is 17%, which is 0.17, and the CDs is at 7%, 0.07. So the principal times the rate is going to be the interest. The actual time won't play in because we're only talking about a year here, so the time would be 1, so 1 times anything is itself. So based on this chart here, you take the interest from the first investment, the bonds, plus the interest from the second investment, the CDs, and it should equal the total interest. Of course, however you want to solve this from here really is kind of your choice. I like to use the calculator only at a very minimum, so I multiply through by 100, which is going to move the decimal 2 places or either add 2 zeros. So that becomes 17x, that becomes a 7, and this 5,000, I add 2 zeros to the end. Then you will actually go in and continue to solve the problem. You need to distribute this 7 right here, and that gives you 420,000 minus 7x was equal to that 500,000. 17 minus 7x is 10x. 500,000. You need to move this over. Move that 420,000 over, make it negative. So we've got a 10x over here. We make that subtraction and we end up with 80,000. 80,000 divided by 10, mark off a 0, is simply 8,000. 8,000 is the amount that is invested in the B-rated bonds. Now, the 60,000 minus the 80,000 is the 52,000, and that would be the amount that is invested in the CDs.